It's alright.
Oh, well, and I was gonna suggest that maybe we dig through the vault.
Sure.
I mean, the thing is, like, I don't need to right now.
It's fine. Yeah.
But also, just because we have a vault now. We have a vault, and I think we're up to 10. Well, there are a couple of doubles, but they're from different rounds.
Yes.
And one of these days, we're gonna whip it out, and go through some of them.
That
and do much like we're doing today, which just happened to be the best thing that we had to talk about today.
It's like a beloved old overcoat, but that sounds bad. That sounds like stuffy, and I'm talking like, I don't know. This is why there's not, you have wine tasting podcasts and columns and stuff, but you don't have so much to pot because you have guys going, I don't know, man, it tastes kind of like a thing, but it tastes kind of like another thing, and people are just sitting there going, what the fuck are these guys even talking about?
Talking about the thing, man.
Yeah, and the thing, it tastes kind of like a thing, and
it's just like Niels Bohr said, every great truth, the opposite is equally true. And I'm sure Niels Bohr was high when he said it too.
Probably. What a great name, Niels Bohr.
I'm a big fan of Mendelbot too, as a name.
Mendelbot?
Yeah.
Like Mandelbro?
Like, or is that the pronunciation of
Is it that fractal thing that
the fractal? Yeah.
I think it's Mandelbro, but don't.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like Mandelbrot to me.
Oh yeah, it definitely looks, and I like that better because I like the ot.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I like to refer to him as Mendelbot.
Man, I love the word hat. Hat is, I've
got a bunch of hats in here, by the way.
It's just a funny word, man. A hat.
Hat.
Yeah.
Hat.
Holy shit, dude.
He's wearing a hat. That guy's not wearing a hat. I don't think I ever. Is there any pictures of FC with a hat?
Yeah, that Homburg, the famous Homburg. It's in a lot of the '60s. Well, the '60s Rykodisc CD labels have him with the hat.
Ah, yes.
It's the one that John Wayne punched in.
Yeah, I'm
not gonna get into that. It's a great story.
Yeah, it was a nice, easy way to tell the era of Zappa that you were looking at with the Ryko discs, with the different.
The '80s was him with the black cat.
Yeah.
Which is just a great image.
And then before that, it was just his face with the hair and the beard. I think it looked a lot like the Joe's Garage without the makeup.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
And then before that, I remember that now.
They put a lot of love into the '95 re-releases. They really did. I mean, it used to come with the little cardboard thing on the top inside the shrink wrap that had extra.
What happened?
Extra artwork on it. Oh, Windows 10. You are a card, aren't you?
What you doing? I don't know.
Here's something unimportant that you don't need to know about.
That was on. That was a question on Family Feud the other night. Steve Harvey asked, "Name something that will make a person's nose run." And my first guess, cocaine habit, Steve. It was not up there.
That's too bad because that would be a great. It would make him, do his whole. Yeah. What do you call it? Not a slow burn. He does a slow burn though. He's good at it. What am I gonna say, man? I mean, he's funny. I saw him in person.
He's been in the biz for a while, man. He knows what he's got his little. He's little riffs.
Very big. He's a very large human. Like seriously big. He dwarfs everybody.
Most everyone. Oh yeah, I mean most everyone. Yeah. Not everyone.
Yeah.
But usually, if someone's near his size, they make a big deal out of it.
Right. You know, yesterday on the way here,
yeah,
I had Wang Dang Doodle stuck in my head.
I think you
I
told
was
me
singing
about
that.
Dude, I went through
Out the windows.
so many fucking songs this morning. Can't remember what.
Today,
I woke up with some weird shit in my head, man.
I woke up with Mercy Street by Peter Gabriel.
I can't remember what it. I went through like half a dozen songs. It was like listening to an old radio. I couldn't.
Fucking Oorworm?
Nah, I couldn't. I couldn't imagine, like, I hadn't thought about some of these things in a long time, you know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know why they would occur to me.
it's just the internal punch card system. It skips a chat every so often. I had to go to. They filmed Being Mary Jane. It's a BET show. They filmed it at my laundromat, and so they cordoned off the laundromat for like 3 days, and I had to go to a different laundromat across town, which is behind the. It's called the Laundry Lounge. It's actually pretty awesome. You have to know where it is to get to it, and they have a radio playing, and Pressure by Billy Joel played, which is a song I hate. And I've had that stuck in my head off and on for most of the week. Like a son bitch. I liked it in grade school for some reason. Oh, I liked it because he says Sesame Street. He says Channel 13 Sesame Street. Which is funny. You know, remember there used to be Channel 13? It was like that here too, right? That wasn't just in the North?
I don't think so.
Wow.
It was a different channel.
You had, up north you had channels 2, 4, and 5, and then Channel 13. Oh, there was Channel 9. And that was it for most of my life until basic cable entered the picture. No, it wasn't basic cable, it was HBO and Cinemax and that bullshit. Which is just a way to take movies that tanked in the theaters and recoup the losses by showing them 3 or 4 times a day. You ever notice that? That's HBO and Cinemax. That's what that is. Sorry. Some of them have good shows. Some of them have good, but that's the only fucking reason I've seen Caddyshack 2 enough times to violently hate it is because of cable. Because of Cinemax. I think it was Cinemax. It just... Coming up next, Caddyshack 2 with Jackie Mason and Jonathan Silverman and a gun in your mouth. Most of the 90% of the bad movies I've seen in my life, it's because I was in high school and we had cable and I didn't have anything else to do. So, here comes Think Big with the Barbarian Brothers. Or Arliss with Robert Wool. A sports comedy with actual athletes in it. And you know how well athletes can act. You know what natural athletes are. So yeah, Robert Wool has to fucking...
Well, this shit has made you fucking talkative, man.
I don't know where I'm going.
You have not fucking stopped.
I don't know where I'm going. I feel obligated to fill the silence because we're recording. I feel like I should at least...
I was waiting for a while to get a word in, and then
just barge.
No, dude, I was. Then I got curious to see how long, and then I decided. I went through the 7 stages. You know what I mean? I had to go through his.
I went through a point where I'm like, man, my mouth is just talking. All right, well, I'm just gonna hang back and be stoned while my mouth is going. That's really where it was.
I was thinking that it.
I couldn't tell you what the fuck I was just talking about.
I could, and it's
boring and uninteresting, I'm sure. Oh, I'm talking about fucking shitty movies on cable.
Well, that was after you listed the channels of your childhood.
Jesus.
Which I don't fucking remember TV channels from when I was a kid. Like, there was on and off, and mostly I was outside.
Yeah,
And I never watched fucking Sesame Street, man. Like, Sesame Street, I suppose
only when
it's...
I was like a toddler.
Well, I mean, I think it's like as near to a universal cultural reference as we can get. And
Those are getting rarer and rarer.
I don't want to fucking participate in that, man.
Well, it's better to train your mind to reference things in a way that's outside of pop culture, because it's too easy. You know, there are shows now where it's just all pop culture references and stuff like that.
You're talking about Family Guy?
They do a good job of it.
They do.
It's a show I don't want to name that I don't... It's real popular right now, and actually, there's two shows that both got couch gags on The Simpsons as that thing capsizes. And
boy, it really has. Boy, it really has. I mean, yeah.
It's depressing, man. It depresses me. I'm not that emotionally attached to it anymore because
that's the thing.
I haven't watched TV in so long.
It's hard to watch, man.
You've seen when, like, if I'm in front of a TV and the commercials come on, I can't shut up. I can't, like, be a living human and not say rude things about what I'm being subjected to. I can't. It's compulsive.
Well, I just think it's amazing how we've accepted the advertisement as a part of it. And
thank you.
And it's very intriguing that that's where the money comes from to put all of the shit in action. You know what I mean? That products are ultimately responsible, or companies are ultimately responsible for the content. There's no
intellectual guidance.
Well, I mean, it's not that they pay a staff who isn't completely intellectually devoid, supposedly, but...
Ideally.
Oh, I mean, depends. But yeah, I mean, but even beyond that, it's, the television experience is dominated by the commercial. The internet experience is dominated by the commercial. It's really interesting, man. And, I mean, wouldn't be the first to do pop art based on it or anything, or to make a cultural critique of it. Not the first to observe it, but... we've talked about, and this is part of the enterprise, the non-commercial enterprise.
Yeah.
So,
outside of corporate influence.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
If you like things that aren't a product pitch, beyond our product pitches, that is.
Yeah. But you're,
at least those are genuine.
You're hearing real people. You're hearing real ideas from real people.
And we're not getting paid to do it.
Nope.
It's something that, for whatever fucking reason, we had nothing better to do today.
You probably, yeah. You probably reached a point in your life where you understand the importance of this kind of thing.
Well, maybe.
If not, you're probably realizing it now.
If there was just something to fucking,
Try to live your life. Here's an experiment. Try to live your life outside of advertising, outside of the influence of advertising. Try to avoid commercials and advertising and see what happens, and see how you see other people and how it changes, because a significant portion of the people that you share your life with are wholly manipulated by advertising. 100%. And the companies that people work for exert corporate influence over them as people and how they live. And it's why a huge part of the population is turned away from books and intellectual pursuits.
I mean, Simpsons used to be on the outside of it.